Many adversaries today are full speed ahead and accelerating the development of significant military capabilities to fight or attack each other. The countries with the most advanced weapons in the world are going to have the greatest advantage over their enemies. But the cost of some of these weapons is astronomical. Do you think you know what the most expensive weapon in the world is and how much it costs? Rocket technology is super expensive for some reason, and some weapons attached to those rockets are even more money. The Trident II missile is still currently ready for use in both the US and British Navy. It is a submarine launched ballistic missile, and it can move towards its targets at speeds of up to 18,030 miles per hour during the terminal stage. That's Mach 24. Each Trident missile weighs 130,000 pounds and measures 44 feet long and a massive 6-foot diameter. That's one big missile to be launched from a submarine. The missile is powered by 3 solid-fuel rocket motors and has a range of 7,500 miles. But here's the thing about the Trident. The rocket engines have been tested, but the missile itself has never been used on a target. That's because it is armed with nuclear warheads that can come in 3 sizes from 90 kilotons to the 475 kiloton W-88 miniaturized tapered thermonuclear warhead, the most sophisticated strategic thermonuclear weapon in the US arsenal. The Trident uses Mk6 astro-inertial guidance, which can receive global positioning system updates in real time on the way to its intended target. These missiles are carried by 14 United States Navy Ohio-class submarines that have 24 missiles each. If you thought that the Tomahawk cruise missile was expensive at $1.4 million each, the Trident II doesn't even compare cost-wise at $30.9 million each. That's $720 million worth of nuclear weapons on one Ohio-class submarine. Let's just hope the situation never arises where they have to be used. The F-35 Lightning II is the only fully operational 5th-generation stealth multi-role fighter. This bird boasts incredible speed and agility. Its new technology provides greater survivability and situational awareness in any combat the plane might find itself in. 3 different variants exist for the U.S. Air Force, U.S. Marine Corps, and the U.S. Navy. It was developed, produced, and supported by an international team of leading aerospace companies. The prime contractor for this aircraft is Lockheed Martin, who has a 100-year history of aircraft research and design. Northrop Grumman builds the center fuselage for the fighter. The place is designed with their expertise in carrier aircraft and low observable stealth technology. BAE Systems builds the aft fuselage and are the ones responsible for the aircraft's short takeoff and vertical landing capability. Finally, Pratt & Whitney builds the Lightning F-135 propulsion system, which is considered the world's most powerful fighter jet engine. This aircraft is a deadly weapon designed to defeat the most advanced threat systems both in the air and on the ground. It is said that the technology is absolutely necessary, and it's the only fighter jet in the world that can be deployed or taken anywhere at a moment's notice, hit and destroy a vital target, and have the technology, stealth, and weapons to survive such an incursion. With all that top-secret technology comes a hefty price tag when it comes to fighter jets, and it also depends on which model you want to choose from. The F-35A can cost anywhere from $90 million to $115 million for the F-35C, built for vertical and short takeoff carriers. When it comes to aircraft, the Boeing P-8 Poseidon is one of the most expensive pieces of military hardware anywhere in the world. It was developed and produced for the United States Navy and is used for anti-submarine and anti-surface warfare. The Poseidon is armed with torpedoes, harpoon anti-ship missiles, mines, and other classified weapons. The plane is so heavy that the wings needed to be redesigned to carry the extra weight, and it is equipped with so many extra electronics that its generators needed to be upgraded to handle the load. The Poseidon can drop and monitor sonobuoys and can be connected with other military assets, such as the Northrop Grumman MQ-4C Triton UAV and other military drones. The Boeing P-8 Poseidon is basically a military version of the 737-800ERX and was intended to be a surveillance plane and has all the latest sensors and high-tech radar equipment. It was then decided that this aircraft would be best for keeping track and hunting nuclear submarines. Each unit has a cost of $256 million, and there are currently 106 in service patrolling the oceans and seas for submarines and ready to strike at a moment's notice. In November 2019, the U.S. Navy laid down the keel for its first new Arleigh-Burke-class Fighter III destroyer, the future USS Jack H. Lucas, which will be heavily armed with improved weapons, advanced sensors, and a new radar system that is 35 times more sensitive than current radar systems. Some of the new technologies include onboard power for new high-powered laser weapons, new engines, improved electronics, and software that can be quickly upgraded. These new Flight III destroyers will be able to seek and destroy a much wider range of enemy targets at longer distances. They will be equipped with a new radar and fire control system called Aegis Baseline 10 that enables all Flight III destroyers to combine air warfare and ballistic missile defense into one system. Weapon systems have not yet been announced for the new warship, but as we mentioned, it will now have the power to be armed with high-powered laser cannons, like the LAWS system, and it could have electromagnetic railguns that can fire solid metal projectiles that have a range of over 100 miles and can slice right through armor like a knife through hot butter, or smash and obliterate targets at hypersonic speeds. All futuristic weapons like the world has never seen before, but very power-hungry. Currently, only the Zumwalt-class destroyer has the power to fire railguns and high-energy lasers. The ship was also to be armed with Tomahawk cruise missiles along with RIM-66M standard medium-range missiles, RIM-161 standard ballistic missile defense missiles, RUM-139 vertical launch ASROC, and 2x Mk-141 Harpoon missile launchers, and 2x Mark 32 triple torpedo tubes. The ship also incorporates stealth techniques using angled surfaces, making it much more difficult to detect by anti-ship missiles. The Arleigh-Burke destroyer was the first in the world designed with an air filtration system against nuclear, biological, and chemical warfare, so the Flight III will surely be equipped with the same system. And we know this is going to excite some people, but it's going to have a lot of guns. We're talking armed to the teeth with 1x5-inch 127mm 62 Mk-45 lightweight gun, 2x20mm Phalanx CIWS, 1x20mm Phalanx CIWS, and 2x25mm M242 Bushmaster cannons. Each destroyer will likely carry the MQ-8 Fire Scout drone helicopter as well. But what probably makes this ship more dangerous is the fact that it can network up with all other military assets in order to coordinate an attack or strike. However, all that cutting-edge technology means money, and each one of these futuristic destroyers will have a cost of $1.8 billion. The United States Navy Seawolf-class attack submarine was built to combat the threat of the advanced Soviet ballistic missile subs such as the Typhoon-class and the Akula-class attacker in a deep ocean environment. Because of this, Seawolf-class hulls are made from HY100 steel, which is a high-tensile, high-yield strength, low-alloy steel that can withstand higher pressures at greater depths, and they can operate at 1,600 feet. The 12,139-ton fully loaded subs are larger than the Los Angeles class at 353 feet long and have a beam of 40 feet. Despite this, they are faster and quieter. Because these submarines are out hunting for other subs, they also have more weapons and twice as many torpedo tubes as the Los Angeles class, allowing them to carry up to 50 Tomahawk cruise missiles for attacking land and sea surface targets, such as other enemy warships. Each Seawolf has advanced sonar arrays to help it detect other enemy ships or submarines. It is powered by a single S6W nuclear reactor that delivers 45,000 horsepower, or 34 megawatts, to a low-noise pump jet for propulsion. And it can cruise silently at 23 miles per hour and achieve 40 mile per hour maximum. Because of all this advanced design, the Seawolf submarines were much more expensive and, in fact, one of the most expensive submarines in the world at $3 billion each, which is now equivalent to $5 to $6 billion currently. The first new aircraft design in over 40 years for the USA, the USS Gerald R. Ford CVN-78 class aircraft carrier, is not only the most dangerous and heavily armed warship in the world, but it is also the most expensive ever built. It is armed with 2x RIM-162 ESSM launchers and 2x RIM-116 RAM missile launchers for surface-to-air missiles. It has 3 Phalanx CIWS guns to hit close targets like small boats or ships and intercept missiles. Along with its defensive weapons systems, let's not forget it can carry 75 aircraft, which can range from F-35s to Apache helicopters or the new MQ-8 Fire Scout drone helicopters or Predator drones. It is the first aircraft carrier to be designed with all-electric utilities, eliminating the old steam service lines from the ship and reducing the maintenance. The Gerald Ford has a full load displacement of 100,000 long tons, is 1,106 feet long with a beam of 256 feet to the flight deck, and is powered and propelled by 2 nuclear reactors that drive 4 propeller shafts. Despite the fact that it's huge, it can really move, with a top speed of 35 miles per hour. And when we say it can move, we're not kidding. In October 2019, the USS Gerald R. Ford was filmed pulling off amazing high-speed turns that seem almost unbelievable for its size. The cost for each aircraft carrier without weapons and aircraft is $13 billion per ship. It is currently the only supercarrier in service, but watch for the USS John F. Kennedy, which has been running 5 years late, to be commissioned in 2020. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we want to know which one of these weapons you liked most. If we missed one, let us know in the comments, and we may feature your idea in our next video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you will be the first to know when a new video arrives. Thanks for watching.